Of human remains that are stored on the campus of UC Berkeley. They are the skeletal remains of Native Americans, thousands of sets of remains, and some have been locked up in a basement for decades. Channel 2's Ken Wayne reports.
Thousands of students walk by UC Berkeley's Hearst Gymnasium every day without a second look, few knowing that under the gymnasium floor is a vast and astonishing collection.
Ancestors, thank you for this beautiful day.
Anne-Marie Sayers is making her first visit here, close to what Sayers calls the Indian spirits in the basement. With the university escort, we follow as she descends the concrete stairs and passes through 3 locked doors.
There's many locks. Many locks. I feel that they are secure.
What we have discovered here is the final resting place for thousands of Native Americans. It's a place not well known outside the scientific community, but even many Native Americans who follow these issues say they have not been made aware of this necropolis of their ancestors. In this cavernous room are rows and rows of metal filing cabinets holding the remains of generations of Indians.
I believe when a burial is disturbed, the spirit of that individual is wandering until that individual is reinterred ceremonially.
Sayers is chairwoman of the Costanoan Ohlone Indian Canyon tribe, the Indians who used to inhabit the Bay Area. She wants her ancestors' remains removed from this basement.
I wish my mother was alive because she watched bulldozers go right through Native American burials.
Anne-Marie came here to pray for 4 of her tribespeople whose bodies were removed from Yerba Buena Island during original construction of the Bay Bridge in the 1930s. She wasn't aware any remains were stored here until contacted by KTVU. From the 19th century to as recently as last summer, when KTVU first reported the discovery of more Ohlone remains on Yerba Buena, Indian remains have been brought here to Berkeley. Many were found during construction projects on Indian burial grounds. These bones were found by school children in Mill Valley in 1969. Out of respect, we agreed to not photograph the human remains themselves here at the Hearst Gym. This is the country's largest stockpile of Indian remains outside the Smithsonian.
I can't tell you how it saddens me. Here in this basement, there are in excess of 11,000 burials.
In fact, it may be more.
It's probably greater than 12, actually.
Richard Hitchcock is charged with helping tribes reclaim their ancestors' remains under the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act, or NAGPRA. But there's a catch to NAGPRA. Only federally recognized tribes can regain custody. Sayers Indian Canyon tribe near Hollister is recognized by the state of California, but not by the feds.
Our hands are tied on the, as you're well aware, the UC runs on a lot of federal money, so we don't break federal laws.
We found sandbags to slow any flooding problems downstairs in elevator shafts in the hall leading to the collection. We saw rodent traps and poisons around the human remains. We also learned there are no climate controls in the old basement. And we learned that the building itself is earthquake unsafe and is supposed to be retrofitted sometime in the future. But those caring for the remains aren't concerned.
Well, they've been taken care of. I realize that if you look at it from the standpoint of cabinets, which is what all museums use, it may seem, and yet that's the storage method that was used for years and years.
It's extremely important that these individuals here at UC Berkeley, the individuals that was unearthed in the year 2002 that are sitting in boxes, and the individuals that was unearthed in July of this year that are sitting in boxes be reinterred to go back to the spirit world. It's extremely important.
We spoke to 3 other leading anthropologists familiar with the collection who all agreed the conditions here are, at best, substandard, but they all declined to go on camera. In Berkeley, I'm Ken Wayne, and that's segment 2 for tonight.